Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Cataclismo. This is a tower defense game. It's very similar to Diplomacy is Not an Option, which is another one that's just been released. Actually, this is truly the spiritual successor of a game called Castle Story, which you may or may not have heard of. Hopefully not, because the development story in that was not a success, quite the opposite. Today I'll be looking at campaign. I'm not looking at campaign. I'll be looking at skirmish. Campaign has some interesting stuff in it. Endless mode I don't like to do because it means you're going to have to lose. I don't like to lose. So we'll go into a new... this actually, the skirmish map is actually pretty nice. I would say it's probably the best way to play the game, even. The campaign is good, but it has... I mean, it's better for the story aspect, but sometimes there are missions that, in my opinion, are not like super fun. So there's that aspect of things. Okay, so here we are. We're in the start of a new map. When I talk about Castle Story, the main thing why I would compare those two is because the building style in this game is very Lego-esque. You build brick by brick. You don't have to build just a big, tall tower wall. You have to build it up from the ground. And that's going to appeal to some people. It is, in some ways, appealing even to me. It's a fun game, but I don't know. This one, I would say it's a lot of fun to play through, and I'm having a blast in the campaign. I keep playing it. I would say probably that it doesn't have staying power for me, because I do like more economy-focused, more of the city building, less of the wall-by-wall building stuff. This is going to be a great game to have in your Steam library, though, because every now and then you're going to get that craving. I want to build, wall-by-wall, whatever, brick-by-brick. I want to build my perfect, fortification with all the different designs this way and that way and up like this. Although when you soon realize that there is a kind of an optimal to this, it does ruin things a little bit. Anyway, so what am I going to build first? Right now we want to get resource stuff going, so let's get a sawmill. We'll get it over here. Travel time is actually very important in this. The resources are actually delivered, which is pretty cool. Now I could put this as close to it as possible and get 15 pretty close, but actually I'm not going to do that exactly because I want to build some other stuff in the same area. It's going to be a little congested, but a bunch of different things next to our, what is this, Stronghold? Citadel, that's right. And then we're also going to want housing, so we have on the top left oxygen. This is a neat little mechanic for the game. They're leaning into this aspect of the mist, this evil mist. The mist from which these creatures that were once human, it's kind of, it's almost said, I think it might even be strongly implied, that, they crawl out of the mist and they come in and attack us. Now, that won't be necessarily from the mist right here. It's usually from the edge of the map. Well, we'll see that soon enough. As soon as this dot bar on the top goes all the way to the red and all the way through the red, then we'll be under attack. I do have a little scheme that I like to use for this. We want to make sure we don't block their ability to deliver. But I want to do something like this, and that. I have a pretty set in stone way I'm doing things. It's basically a template. You can actually save your own blueprints. I used to use the blueprint like this. I never even used my new blueprint because when I made that first one, I didn't know about all the buildings that you can go and use. Anyways, looks like our warriors are defending against those once human type beast things. Archer, I don't know why they always like to get in the front. It's ideal that they're in the back. And these guys can actually handle a hit or two. We're going to want a barracks, that's what we're going to want. How much do we need for a barracks? We need 120 wood and a lot more people. Well, we'll have the people as soon as we finish building all that. Looks like we'll have, once this is all sorted out, we can go over here and get some more wood. Oh, it looks like they're coming to us. How many people coming towards us? And we have some right outside that we're going to have to watch those guys.
Low oxygen production.
Yeah, so oxygen production is going down a little bit. I very stupidly should have just done something right away. We need wood. Okay, well, as soon as we have enough wood, I have places where we can put that. Stop. One thing is a little annoying about the game, I hope they fixed some of the UI stuff. Just to demonstrate, if I right-click... Okay. That's maybe already been updated. A few days ago when I was playing, I would right-click when I'm moving, and they would not stop. They would keep walking to the path, and then walking on the where they were going. I did not want to get that one. Give us way too much oxygen. Let's quickly use some of that oxygen. Well, it's also going to be using up some of the wood, but now we have more wood. And now we can hopefully get that barracks. We can, good. So I'm going to plop this down. I see some... by the way, I'm using tab. I'm not using tab, but I can use tab to like kind of isolate, just like... I think that this is in some of those other games too, like maybe they are billions. Maybe diplomacy is not an option. But I use tab to kind of like reduce the impact of the terrain, minimize the trees, the rocks, and stuff like that. So you can basically see where things can be built and where they can't. Good, that's what I wanted to do. So we got that, we got the wood, we have a little bit of wood left. And the way that you progress your tech is very simple. It's just by building enough stuff, so you can see collected 50 points. And then also there's one key building at each tech. I think it goes up to tier 5. So from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. Each one of those requires a special building in addition to the 50 points just means build a lot of blocks. Now I don't know where the attacks are going to come from first. For this it's 4 waves, which means we'll start off with an attack from only one direction on the first night, then 2 directions, 3 directions third night, 4 directions on the fourth. Pretty straightforward. So, you know, it's just going to have to build up our walls slowly. But since we're going to need some some points down, which is essentially, you know, walls down, to get our next tier of research, what I'm going to want to do is just start putting some walls down somewhere else. And now, if you don't want the game spoiled for you, you might want to plug your ears or, I don't know, go away, do something else for a couple minutes here. I'm going to show the optimal design as far as I know. And it's a little bit sad that it is this way. In fact, I don't even want to show it here right now. We might as well build a wall. We could just as easily have an attack come from this direction. So let me instead waste one of our very few of our precious metals that we have left. I'm going to waste it right here. Let's go to tab. I don't know where this wall should be built. I think maybe right here. Yeah, let's build it right here. I'm going to put this door right there. And then I'm going to build nothing but vertical columns. I don't want to build vertical columns. Probably the other door will go right there. But I'm going to build these vertical columns for a little bit. And then we're going to put some windows on top of that. Windows are going to be, well, I mean, as you probably can guess, to allow units out. We don't get that until level 2. How are we doing? We're not at 50 points. But we can get those points up a lot faster if I just start putting more walls down. I guess I can start putting walls down over here too. I don't want to put walls down over here yet just because I want to destroy the existing buildings. They aren't vertical columns, which is what I want and what I find optimal. So, but we can still put some vertical columns down over here. Where exactly do I want those walls to go though? That's the good question. I don't know. Maybe right here, maybe here. In which case we'll probably only want 2 columns on the 2 high columns on the right, or on the far end. And same thing over here. I'm leaving space for now because I want to destroy that, and the best way of destroying it is with our hero unit. I didn't even explain it, but we have a hero unit. Where is she? Iris. Iris is our Perla Scholar. She's central to the campaign, but for now she's just a hero unit, doing great things for us. That should give us enough to do these air filters, which I forgot to do. You don't have to put them up here. You almost, I don't know, maybe people don't do it, but for me it's a perfect fit. It gives you the max benefit. The higher up these are from above the ground, which can be done any way you want, but building wall structures up, rising towards the sky and then putting them down, gives them 180 is the max, so we're good here. But yeah, I use them on top of the Citadel just because there's 2 spots which they fit perfectly, and I don't usually use the Citadel for defense. Although, you know, it could come a time when you do need to. So, build it like I do at your own risk, I would say. Yeah, and let me just mention one other thing about the campaign. Look at this guy. He's boldly cutting probably right next to some enemy creatures. That's another thing I will talk about. Yes? Maybe not. I don't know if I need to really talk about it much, but the wall. Oh boy, this guy back. Those guys are dangerous. Yeah, the green area cannot be walked through, and you can see Iris is tanking some stuff here, but she'll heal back. 48, not too bad. Oh, looks like they're coming for me. Oh, R is the thing I want to do. So R is the attack move, and it didn't used to work. Let's see if it works now. Well, I don't really want those guys to get involved with those guys, so let's just move over this way. Attack move over there. Okay, I forgot what I was trying to say about... Oh yeah, some of the stone you can actually just walk right over. In fact, we really need to get stone going on, so let me get my control group, get these guys to go up here. We'll just go around that way. R, left click, and let's get that stone quarry going as well, as quickly as possible. Oh yeah. So you're going to see these guys go right over the stone. That's the point I wanted to say, is that this is not in... it's not impassable, although it may look like it. Ooh, sorry, I had to sneeze there. Anyway, so yeah, not impassable. Let's just walk over here. One at a time. I don't want to collect this oxygen quite yet. So we're going to have these guys do a weird little dance. Make sure they don't get close enough to it. We'll take this stone and just gingerly walk around the oxygen. Alright, this should be good now. We can go over here now, and I guess we're going to go attack that. Although we do have this new barracks, which can give us additional damage for our bowmen. That's great. It's probably all the minerals that we're going to be able to collect. We know if we need oxygen, we can collect it right there. Okay, our first set of houses is done. I think we should get a second one. That would be here. Or do I want to do it here? Let's do it here. Yeah, that's fine to me. So I'll have to go around this way to go up. But, you know, actually they can also go... Well, I don't know where this goes, but they might be able to go over the hill that way. Okay, so let's go and do this attack over here. Well, let's go ahead and get somebody else as well. I already queued up a research, but that's fine. Maybe these guys can take it all by themselves. Yeah, the mist is impassable for us, but it is passable for the enemy. In fact, that's, as I said, that's where they tend to emerge from. Our walls, like this, are very vulnerable. Only 7 hit points. I mean, Iris has 55. I'll give you some perspective on that. We're not really doing the damage I want either, so what I'd like to do is get these guys up here like this, and have you climb up here. Got the oxygen, which I didn't actually want. Can you attack? Yeah, why are you doing that? Do that. Okay, so now with all this oxygen, we better spend it. How can we spend that oxygen? I think we have to do some upgrades. So let's get the leather gauntlets. Wow, we need that. And I don't know how to spend my oxygen. No. Okay, good. So these, which we're going to want to expand our settlement eventually anyway. So let's build this. Let's put this one right at the edge there. That's 100. We'll put one over here. Hopefully we can see far enough. Needs more support. Well, I can put support down, actually. And I guess... Oh, it'll actually fit right here. Perfect. Let's put it there, then. And that's a little bit of oxygen down. You can see that we're still slightly over cap. And since we're generating oxygen, might as well continue to grow this. Out of sight, that's not good. If I put it too close over there, we're going to be attacked. I don't want to lose that. I don't know if we even need one over here. It's a good question. Let's hold off on that for now. I mean, we'll sit with a bank of oxygen for the moment. By the way, you can see the sliver of red, the night, which will soon be coming. Oh, I know. We can... Oh, we're so close. We just need a few extra points. Well, let's get the lobber to come on over here. He doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but he has a nice AoE attack. There's that one down. Let's have him... There we go. Get rid of that. So now I can officially close off this wall. Well, I won't be able to do it completely, but in theory, there's going to be a a gate there. Alright, there it is. That was enough. Unlock level 2. It takes a lot of oxygen. Fantastic. Now we can start generating it again. And let's go over here and probably collect this stone right away too. Oh, there's more gems, which is great. So again, this took me a while to figure out, but although this looks like it's impassable, our guys will just walk right over it. And we'll be attacking from the high ground now, which I guess is preferable. We have a lot of stone too. As soon as this comes back, and we finish that, we can put down a lot more stone. Because right now, we don't really want to make changes. I want to put the windows up next. Actually, that's not true. I can start decorating the wall behind, which is going to be, yeah, the same, basically. And can we do something there? Oh, we can't build there. So it might have been better for me to move forward a smidge. That's okay. This will still work. Okay, good. Just put some stone down since we're about to collect more of it. And I actually want a warehouse too, but can't get warehouses until we have more of, well, we can let's have the archer stay up here. Iris can go there and have, okay, we got this stone, which I didn't want to get yet.
Okay.
Well, I do want to get the gems. Let's get those. Okay, let these guys fight their fight for a little bit. What do I want next? Okay, this is good. This will take... This is not going to take the stone down. Yeah, I need just a few more trees. And there's the prosperity level, which is increasing too. Let's get this guy to fall back a little bit. And let's get our warehouse as soon as we can. There it is. Alright, so the way this is going to work, let's figure it out. Natural spot for this is 15.3, 15.2. We're going to want both of these to work. So 11, 3, 4, 13, 4. Gems is probably going to be important for us, so let's kind of prioritize gems. 11.4, 13.4, so that's better. 12.6 is even better. 12.7, even better. 10.8, interesting. Or 9.8. 10.8, 12.7. Okay, interesting. So the best thing for here is probably this, 10.8 or 12.7. Both of those will... I mean, we can get a lot of stone from this side. And these cannot overlap, though. So if we do this, it's going to mean that we can only get the 12.6. We won't be able to get the 12.7 or the 10.8. I think the 10.8 is the best thing for us. It's also going to give us a ton of stuff since it'll be right next to the warehouse. And again, travel time matters. So I'm going to put the warehouse down here. And then I'm going to put the quarries down when we have enough wood. But we don't have enough wood yet. And that means probably what I need to do is go over here and get another sawmill. And it's, you know, it's going to be up to this bowman to go make that visible for us. You can't build what you can't see, or where you can't see. Okay, there it is, we can see. Let's get another sawmill here. 15 is the maximum. Okay, but does that really make sense? Yeah, it makes no sense to do that. That makes the most sense, actually. I think. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, good. So, we'll go back home from there. Research complete. Good. Let's see where that research was done. We only have one more, which is for the captures nets. Capture is probably the one, I mean, that's very useful still, but it's probably the one I use the least. Oh, and part of the reason why I structure my buildings this way will become apparent. The home extension will add one person to the house. I think they store 4 or 5 right now, and this will make it 5 or 6. Figure it out. Yeah, I store 4 right now, but for no increase in the cost of oxygen, everything's about efficiency, we're going to increase the number of people in that house by 1, which is great. Okay, so we're almost there. All we need is for this guy.
I've got this.
Hit that, which he refuses to do. Probably is out of range.
Good.
Yes.
Surely you can hit it. Good. Okay, now we should be in business. Knock that one down. Just gonna rattle off on things that I'm thinking of as I go along here. These little spawning points, if a wave triggers and goes past them, they will spawn extra units in your path. So it is pretty important basically not to have that happen. And we have no quarries. Okay, so stone quarries, despite the fact that we're sitting really pretty on wood, or sorry, stone, we can put up our windows, and these are pretty expensive in terms of stone, so that'll start whittling that problem away. Ah, yeah, I see why, because I could just move this wall forward by 1. The reason I'm now debating whether or not it's a good placement is because I can't put any people. If I put windows here, I can't put any people there. So I should either slide this back 1 so that we're just starting here, or I should move it forward. And I think, let me use the wall first, because once you if you try to, I'm undoing it, you recycle it, that's the word. When you recycle it when you're over your cap, you don't get anything back. So that's not good. You always want to use first. So we'll just slide this whole wall forward 1. That means I'm doing all this, unfortunately, but it's fine. We'll need that to be a 2 high as well. I didn't explain the reason why this tall column ugliness is the most efficient, but I will in a second. Well, I mean, I guess I can just spoil it, that the hit points for the structures is based on the number of tiles. So this is going to be a pretty clear, I'll put a 3 wide and 1 down as well, and 2 wide just so you can see it's the same. This one is 5 out of 5, and then we have 6 out of 6 for both the 2x1s, and then 7 out of 7 for the wide ones. Doors are actually even better. They're 8. But doors are 2 wide, and this 1x3 column is 7 out of 7 for one tile wide. The reason why that matters is because the creatures hit only the bottom tile of every part of the wall. So that may not seem like a big difference, 6, 7, like, what's the whole gig here, Tortuga? Because you're looking at walls that are very weak. Well, they gain strength by being built higher. Also, some special pieces like these Merlins increase the hit points of them. But let me just show you with this. Now this wall, which was 7, is now 70. So as you stack higher, and we can keep going, now we're at 175. And there's one last phase we can get. There it is. Max strength is 350. So building taller walls is to your benefit, but the units that we have, some of them prefer to be on the low ground. They don't want to be more than 4 tiles above the enemy. In that case, we were putting windows and a little platform there on the lower ground, and then we'll continue to build the wall, and the front wall will continue to get very strong. And then at the very top of it, we'll put our archers and anybody else. There's some, I mean, the different units will either be low ground or high ground. And you just sort them on the low ground with the windows down here. Or some of them will head back up, like the crossbowmen, which we don't have. I forget what they're called. The rangers, I think. Oh, rangers, I don't know. Every time I hear ranger, it just evokes... Oh, it turns out that I put that door backwards. It was like foreshadowing. I knew that wasn't where it was going to go. I knew that wasn't going to be a forward-facing part of the wall. Very cool. Alright, so that's that. Now we can put one more thing up over here. And we can put our... like that. We can get more windows. I don't know if this is where the first attack is going to be coming from. Kind of doubt it. Actually, no, it's got to be either here or there, I think. And this one started with a spawner, so it's probably that one. Anyway, this up, get the window on it, even though there's no place for people to be behind. The windows, what it does is give you a range bonus. There's 2 bonuses you can get, damage bonus or range bonus. The windows give a range bonus, the Merlins give a range bonus, and then these flags give a damage bonus. There's also other things we could pick up, like for fire arrows, which deal flaming damage, or poison, which deals poison damage over time. So some damage over time enhancements, which are pretty big, usually a little clunky, and in my opinion, they're the last thing that I consider. So I don't consider them a priority when I'm getting everything going, because they do take up a lot of space. Okay, so yeah, we need more wood. That's what we need, and I see some. over here.
We will prevail.
Low oxygen production. There's another little gimmick in this game where you can stack up. I mean that every building has to be connected to the citadel, has to be able to find a path. So I'm going to put an oxygen thing up here because we can stack things. It's really cool that the buildings can be built upon. I like that aspect of the game. However, that does not allow us directly, just as is, a path back. So we're going to have to add some stuff to get there. I think that we'll do this. And then probably something like this. And then stairs. Okay, we've gotten this far. We're starting here. Keep going. Let's put another one of these 3 talls. They're very efficient. So generally the bigger the tile is, the more efficient it is. So this 3 tall is 3 wood. This is also 3 wood for a 2 tall. So there's really no point in ever using the 2 tall. I mean, if you can use the 3 tall. And then the single one piece is 2. That's the big difference. And we'll do probably the same thing. I know I just talked about it. 1 sec. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. We're going to continue building up this path. I like to make these little windy paths just to make it as tight and compact as possible. Maximize the density of stuff so we can fit more things in. It's probably not important to do right here. It's not like we're going to fit anything else in this little section anyway, but it's kind of like old habits die hard. Probably something like... Well, we don't really need that. What we need is this. Okay, now we'll just do a little circular staircase up. And one more piece. And we've done it! We made a path all the way up. Now the only time this will be used is never. And nobody is ever going to actually go up there. You don't actually need a builder to go up and build stuff. So it's pretty useless in a lot of ways. And by the way, there's the people lugging the logs back. So it is important that they actually do that. And we can also, with this, increase the rate of wood harvesting. I think that's going to be an important investment. We're getting a little low on oxygen, but it's got another home extension, and we can probably start building up some oxygen on top of these. Really cool, by the way. Again, you can build on top of these buildings. Alright, the night's almost here, which means we're into the red danger zone, and we're going to find out where we're being attacked from, and it's over here. Okay, great. So that's perfect because it's the wall I didn't build up at all. Of course. But that's okay, we can go and... Oh, we probably gonna need to send somebody off. Do I have an archer? Yeah. That's oxygen, that's wood. We can use more wood, though. Use more stone, though, even more importantly. And we don't have any means of stone production. That's not good at all. How did I neglect that? I talked all about where things are gonna go over here, and then I didn't do any of them. 9-8, 10-8. I mean, that's going to be right next to it. Jeez. Is it more important to get... I think we're going to be in more need of gems, so let's go ahead and put that there. I guess I'll get the other one, too. Oh, we can't. We need oxygen. Well, I'll send one other person. I need Iris and her magical blowing up thing. But we'll get this oxygen as well. Worst case scenario, I can always deconstruct this wall for to get my stone back. But let's start blowing stuff up here.
Open. We will prevail.
Yeah.
Huh? We
Come
will
on.
prevail.
Okay, good. Now do that one. Good, good. Okay, now it's all my own. I just want to make it a little more efficient. Have that attacked as well. Let's just come out of place. Oh, wow. It's... Well, we're going to have to put that back. At least when I put mine up, they're nice and fresh. The other ones are kind of like old and rusty and probably need to get a tetanus shot after touching them. Anyway, so here we go. Build up our 3 tall. And... yeah, that's where I'll leave that. We'll only need 2 tall in the back. Okay, not for those. We'll need 3 tall here. Then we'll need doors. Wow, it's actually going to be 1 tall in the front. Or is it? Yeah, I think it is. One tall and then a door. We do want to get a door here. Okay, then we just need to put some windows up. Okay, I think we're going to put it up like this. And we'll put 2 corner pieces in. Let's do this first, though. Alright, that's fine. Corner piece. There. And there. And then we'll probably need to build this up so that the structures on the bottom are sufficiently strong that we can survive a wave. Alright, so that's done. And you can see that the door is still only 8. This is still only 5, which is really not good. But, oh, and I also see that I missed a corner piece here. I'm putting the corner pieces in just kind of almost decoratively. There's not going to be people sitting on the wall right here. This is going to be a different... I mean, I don't plan to make this part of the wall, although there's really no reason why I couldn't. And maybe I even will. I don't know, I'll think about it. But yeah, we need to put another layer on so that the strength of the wall goes up. Ah, we're out of wood. I mean, out of stone. Great. Let's get another quarry. I mean, it's 15 and 2, but I think that this one's going to be... Yeah, that one's going to go back pretty quick. Let's put it even like that. That's too close to other gathers. Okay, good. Just making sure. Put 15-2 right there. And we'll want to increase the rate of stone gathering as well. But we should have enough stone gathered by the end of this night. Is that going to be true? Really desperately going to start looking around for stone. That's wood and wood. Uh-oh. Well, we can probably survive one night.
I'm ready.
Just awful. Oh yeah, and they can't get up there yet. But yeah, we'll just walk over to the wall. We'll solve that in a second.
Yeah, okay. I've got this. Yeah?
Alright, let's get one last layer of brick behind. Oh yeah, we're so tight on brick, I can't just make walls like that. But look, in a pinch, as a stopgap, just get wooden ones for now. It's perfectly fine. Just for the first wave. We don't really need any of the other stuff, and I think we'll still have enough stone that we can fill on the top. And that's going to give our wall, some much needed hit points. Very good. And this one needs... So what is the deal with this? It can go too wide? Huh. Okay, well, I'll do it. No, it doesn't look right. Let's just stop it. Alright, get up on the wall then.
Yes?
Archers, I know you're not going to be super happy about this, but...
The pálido, yes.
Post me hard.
Because they prefer to be on the high ground. But we're about ready to go. Let's just try to maximize our resources as we're going in now. What's next? By the way, we need a masonry guild. It's going to probably require stone, from the sounds of it. So we'll get another quarry over here. 20. 22. It doesn't matter where we place it. It's 22 no matter what. So I'll put it right here then. It's a little bit closer to the citadel, which is where I think it's going to have to take its stuff back to. But we're about to face our first wave.
The horrors are coming.
Now, we didn't quite get to the researching tech 2, which is, I think, a good goal for your first night. You're really advanced if you've gotten that far. We may benefit, actually, from getting another bowman here. Doing okay.
Huh?
Do you have this Tempest?
The sky is darkening.
Yeah, really took care of all of them. Yep, looks like we're gonna be just okay. Just fine. Not any damage to the wall. Oh gosh, we have some ding dong over there. Now, one interesting mechanic, I have to say I like it, is that when you're at night, no economy is done. The people are frozen, They don't retrieve any wood or stone or anything. So there's no sense in just prolonging the night. I'm surprised that that lasted that long. Alright, you can go back in.
Doing it.
And you guys can just go.
Heat.
There we go, it's grab the night. So yeah, you don't get any benefit from prolonging the wave. But I think this is a good place to call this first video to a close. I hope it wasn't too scatterbrained. It did feel like it was, maybe a little bit, but I guess I'm just trying to give you a brief glimpse at the game and something very enjoyable. I mean, this is a lot of fun to build these walls up in kind of an ideal way. I guess that this is not really ideal, it's just more min-maxy. So maybe if you choose to do your own thing, you can enjoy actually doing something like a little bit more realistic, you know, like the kind of way I would imagine walls to be done, so that they're not weak. Like this is just not functional, but it's pretty good in the game. Anyway, this will be a short series. I think we'll just play through this. We have one night, maybe it'll be 4 episodes, 1 episode per night, per day. We'll see. I might even be able to get through a couple of days in one of the videos, and then that'll only be a 3 video series. But it's just gonna be a brief look at Cataclismo, a game which, in my opinion, deserves a look on this channel, because I really like tower defense games like this, like Stronghold, like all those. So that's gonna do it for me. Until the next one, thanks for watching, and take care.